I am so proud to be the first Asian American man to run for president as a Democrat, and we have outperformed all expectations. We are now in position to win the whole thing. Voting starts here in Iowa in 10 short days, and we need your help to make history. So donate today, come to Iowa campus, phone bank, text bank, because this time we can show the rest of the world that Asian Americans can run for office and lead at the highest levels of this country. Happy New Year. Have a great time tonight. Shinyeong Kwaila. Hug your families. Give those red envelopes. And hope you have a phenomenal 2020. It's going to be a great year for the entire world.
Hello, Yang Gang. This is Nam Man. Welcome to Make Me Think Harder channel. Happy New Year. Actually, it should be Chinese New Year. Yeah. Actually, it should be Asian New Year because most Asians celebrate lunar calendar New Year. Probably is, anyway, whatever. Today, sadly, I am going to talk about identity politics to kick off Asian New Year. First, I want to say thank you to Zach and Matt show and Kai Watson's channel. I will be using some clips from their videos. Yeah, I'll be stealing from them. I appreciate you guys' work, and I wish I could be there with you guys at Iowa campus and a lot of things that you guys did throughout the Yang campaign. I really appreciate it, and I know I can't be there, but you guys are there, so wow. Awesome work. Hey, you guys, if you come to my channel and say, hey, you use my video, I just say, okay, I'll donate $50 to NG Yang through each one of your channels. How's that? Anyway, first video clip that I want to share with you, Yang Gang, is this one.
Hello everyone, good morning. This is like the coolest job interview of all time. Get together and be like, should this person be president?
I think NG Yang was being sarcastic. What do you guys think?
I don't know if you guys saw, he was literally bouncing out the door and down the hall.
And he gives you the sense that he's actually in touch with sort of the anxiety of people under 40.
But it's just hard to get around the sense that this guy should be running for, like, New York City Council. I just kept on wanting to ask him, like, are you the guy who should be in charge of our national security?
Trump kicked the door open, and there are a lot of people who look at this and say, man, you know, I can do a better job than that. And I have to tell you, I haven't voiced it to you, my colleagues, but I've thought that several times myself. I'm serious. I thought, shit. You know, I mean...
Strike that from the transcript.
My guess is that that conference room is on the 13th floor, because I read somewhere New York Times people really think highly of themselves when they reach that 13th floor. I spotted one Asian guy there, Jim Tao. I think he may be Asian. He may be Vietnamese American. I'm not certain. But here's his Twitter profile. I'll assume most Twitter accounts are bots. You have to watch my video on mainstream media versus social media. Mainstream media really likes to discredit social media. I think because they find social media to be a threat to mainstream media. Anyways, you guys saw how NBC left out Andrew Yang's graphics throughout his whole campaign until recently. After watching this New York Times video, I don't know, I feel like Andrew Yang, a fellow Asian American like me, is so invisible to these establishments. Did it feel like that room was filled with journalists or elites that was going to decide who will be our president? because we cannot decide that for ourselves. We are too stupid and too dumb to decide this for ourselves. These elites gonna decide for us because they are on that 13th floor. But elites are not the only ones who find Andrew Yang invisible. Here's another video clip from Jack and Matt show.
Our next guest is self-described entrepreneur Andrew Yang, who represents a community that's often ignored in national politics, Asian Americans, the fastest growing racial group in the country. But how does Andrew Yang want to be seen? He's got a pretty big group of supporters, and that includes conservatives. He sat down with Tucker Carlson on Fox News. He posts with supporters wearing MAGA hats. And conservative pundit Ben Shapiro has called him, quote, my boy.
When I saw that intro, I said, uh-oh, this interview is not going to go good for Andrew. I would like to do more in-depth analysis on this video in the future videos, in my future videos. But let's observe a snapshot I took from the video, the first one. These guys are supposed to be representing the underprivileged, not anything like the elites on that 13th floor of New York Times. Notice the graphic they provide. It shows 50% African American, 30% Hispanic, and 19% white. Question is, what percentage of respondents who say racism is main problem in the country? What do you see missing there? They are questioning an Asian American presidential candidate and questioning his stand on racism. And yet, there's no data on Asian Americans. We are invisible to those elites on the 13th floor. And we are invisible to these two guys on Vice. But you know what pissed me off the most? You have to watch the clip I stole from Kai.
Hi, my name is Nathaniel. I've grown up here in Fairfield. First of all, I just want to thank you for giving all of us Asian Americans a voice on the national stage. So you had mentioned climate change as a very, very big problem in the modern day world. But I feel like I'm speaking for a lot of us younger voters here that your record on climate change has not necessarily been the greatest. In fact, as you're a numbers guy, the Center for Biological Diversity Action gave you a rating of 2 out of 10. Now, I'm sure you know, as well as me, if I came home with a 2 out of 10 on a scorecard, I wouldn't be having dinner or something like that. But the two things that you... Is that a joke? The two things that you scored well were to end new federal fossil fuel leasing, as well as require zero-emission cars by 2030. But you didn't say that you would declare a national climate emergency. You would not phase out all existing fossil fuel production. You would not end fossil fuel exports, ban fracking nationwide, prosecute big polluters in court, etc. What can you do right now on the campaign trail, and even in office as president, to make sure that the climate becomes better make sure that we, as the younger generation, have a place to live.
Well, thank you for the question, Jay. I don't think climate change is the existential threat to our way of life. And our plan has us going to zero emissions over the next 29 years, which is, to me, a very, very aggressive timeline.
We don't have 29 years.
Well, listen, hear it out. The fact is, the United States.
But as president, there's a very simple thing you could do, even in office on the first day. You don't need Congress's permission to declare a international climate emergency. Are you willing to do that? Because according to the the Center for Biological Diversity Action, you aren't.
I am 100% willing to declare a international climate emergency if I believe it's helpful in speeding us towards the goals.
If it would help, I'm sure Andrew Yang will declare national emergency for climate change. If it would help. What are president of the United States supposed to be? Wizards and warlocks? They could just declare and problem goes away. Some random non-profit environmental organization graded Andrew Yang 2 out of 10. Since when these guys are the standard test givers for President of the United States? This guy starts out saying, "Thank you, Andrew Yang, for giving us Asian American voice. But you're only 2 out of 10. Your ceiling is there. You gave us a voice, and that's it. Your ceiling is there, and no more." Is what this guy wants to convey. And he's Asian American. We are invisible. We Asian Americans. Andrew Yang are invisible to so many, even to his own kind, his own race. I don't know if he was Taiwanese American or not. I don't know that. But yeah, I mean, I'm Korean American. Okay, there's a difference. There's a difference between Taiwanese American, Korean American, Chinese American. We are all different, but we are grouped into this Asian American group. We are invisible to many. We kept ourselves invisible too. Some of that is our fault. But know this: if there is identity politics for Andrew Yang, there is definitely identity politics against Andrew Yang. So it's moot. So there's no point people telling me, "Hey, you're voting for Andrew Yang because you're Asian American." If that's what you see, go ahead. I cannot change your mind. But let me assure you, I'm voting for Andrew Yang because I got thinking a little harder about our political system because of Andrew Yang. And thinking harder made me realize Andrew Yang is the candidate, is the president that we need. That's it. It could have been white, black, purple, red. Well, that's my view. Till next time, the man out.
Happy New Year. Have a great time tonight. Shinyan Kwaila, hug your families, give those red envelopes, and hope you have a phenomenal 2020. It's going to be a great year for the entire world.